Welcome to Creative Manifestation. Today I want to talk about the concept of self-image and how it shapes our reality. And I got a lot of these concepts from this book, Psycho Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, because it was a super powerful book to me. He was a plastic surgeon who realized that when he would do surgery on people, a lot of them would change their whole life. Like, it would be an amazing transformation. The surgery would make them get better jobs, would make them more successful, attracting better relationships. And then there were other people who would have surgery that nothing changed for them. They weren't happier. They didn't have more success. They didn't feel happy with themselves. And they might even try to do more things because they still didn't feel happy with themselves. So this is really a powerful concept because the self-image is what makes these people change or not change. It's not really the outer thing that you're doing that's making you change. It's the self-image you have of yourself. And this can be applied to anything in life where you're not manifesting what you want. Say it's your body. You want to be in better shape. But if you don't see yourself as a fit person, then you're not going to attain those goals. Even if you do for a short time, you probably won't maintain it because your self-image is so defined in your head as a certain way. So this is very powerful for manifestation purposes. So I just wanted to read a few things from this book that I wanted to highlight. The self-image is our own conception of the sort of person I am. It has been built up from our own beliefs about ourselves. But most of these beliefs about ourselves have unconsciously been formed from our past experiences, our successes and failures, our humiliations, our triumphs, and the way other people have reacted to us, especially in early childhood. So in growing up, what were your conceptions of yourself? Did you believe that you were intelligent? Did you believe you were creative? Did you believe, these things about yourself? Or were you kind of taught or told, maybe you weren't showing signs of being good at math, so then everyone said, oh, they're not good at math, and then you did bad in math in school, and then you said, oh, well, I'm not going to do anything to do with math. But what if you actually put the time and effort into being good at math, and someone said, you can be good at math, and then you learned math, and you could be really great at math if that was what you wanted to do. So the point is that all of these ideas of ourselves and concepts of ourselves have been formed at such a young age that we don't even realize that we're acting out of these programs, these programmed thoughts about who we are. And then we, in turn, attract certain situations in our life, like certain types of jobs, certain types of relationships, certain amounts of money that we think we can make. And this is all based on our self-image. So all of our actions, feelings, behaviors, abilities are consistent with our self-image. This is very important. Our self-image can be changed. That's what's super empowering about it. It's not external. So he was saying, his clients would come and they're like, I'm doing, all of this positive thinking. Okay, positive thinking is good, but it's really not going to change your self-image. It's an internal job. Self-image is internal, and we need to start seeing ourselves as someone see yourself as someone who would do the things you want to do. So you need to see yourself as that person and start to embody that person that you want to become. So this might take a little bit of a diving deep into where are you, how do you see yourself? First of all, that's a huge question to ask. Now, You want to act like the sort of person that you conceive yourself to be. That is one of the keys. One of the reasons it seems so difficult for a person to change his habits, his personality, or his way of life has been that nearly all efforts at change have been directed to the circumference of the self, so to speak, rather than to the center. So all of the actions have been directed towards the outside rather than towards the inside image. And you can see this kind of in like a weight loss program. This is like a perfect example when someone's like, oh, going to their gym and going to a trainer and paying for this person and paying for this diet, but nothing is changing. They might lose weight temporarily. They might, have a little bit of success, but this is all sort of like an inner intention, as far as like the book I'm reading, Reality Transurfing, is talking about, where you're trying to change matter with matter, by doing these action steps in the real world, rather than doing the internal work of seeing yourself in a different way. And that is the most powerful way to change. But it does take repetition. Okay, repetition. I'm going to write that down, because repetition is the very thing that we've been doing all of our life to continue with the negative self-image. That's how we've been continuing the same programs, the same, playing out the same roles in our life, the same job titles, the same money we've been making, is because we've been on this repetitive cycle internally of who we believe we are. So what it's going to take to change it is repetition in a positive way. Okay, so seeing yourself in a positive way and reprogramming ourselves to believe that we are this person that is, for example, fit, athletic, in shape, healthy. And that's how we achieve our goals and manifest. So it is an internal job that will in turn create our external change in our manifestations. So I highly recommend this book. I will link it in the description below. And he gives all kinds of tasks to do. He really dives deep into different things. He wants you to write things down in the book. So I really recommend this book for self-image if you're interested in this topic. If you like this content, please like and subscribe.